I apologize in advance. The air conditioning's on because it is balls hot, and I did not actually turn any of my lights on because, again, balls hot. My bullet journal experiment continues, and today I'm going to do the next week. I'm going to show you what I did this last week and then add on some more, and I've got another add-on I think I want to put in, so blah-de-blah. This has been a continuation of my bullet journaling journey, and I, so far, am enjoying what I am doing thus far. It's just a little stressful. Last week I had ended it with a collection of books to read. I added on one more book to it. I got a little reading on this weekend. Like you can see, I got some of my reading on, but I haven't finished the book I'm working on currently, so I haven't crossed any books off the list yet. My habit tracker, water I've been doing really good on, which I'm proud of myself for, and part of that's because aside from when we got pizza this weekend, I haven't been getting soda, so yay me, question mark? For walking every day. My husband actually is great at encouraging us to get out and do our walk every evening, though there was like Saturday we didn't go for a huge walk as a family because we had been outside a picnic all day and we were exhausted. But we got a lot of walking, actually running. I got hit with water guns by my son and some of the other kids, and it was hot, so it felt nice. I'm not even going to talk about waking up. I'm not even going there. So for reading with Geordie LaForge, yeah, I got it in 5 of the 7 days, which I was feeling pretty good about. Instagram, I was nowhere near as successful with it this week as I was the previous week, and I think most of that is just I wound up being really busy on a lot of the days and not having time to take pictures ahead of time. Instagram stories, kind of the same deal. And Sunday, I'll explain in a second, but Sunday I just didn't wind up having anything to Instagram story. But I did stay on top of my challenges, and this week I'm going to actually be posting some catch-up pictures because I didn't wind up posting the pictures even though I did do the challenges. As for my time tracking, having a column like this where I don't have room to put everything is kind of difficult. I'm not going to color everything in and do hourly totals. I don't think I like this idea, so next time tracker I'll try and figure something else out, but I will make a couple of notes. I got a lot of work done this week. I was very proud of myself for getting a lot of work done this week. I didn't have my kids, though, for most of it, which is how I'm able to get a lot of work done. Let's see, Monday, I had a big chunk of errands because I went grocery shopping, and I do these trips where I go out of town, and it's a 45-minute drive, but I managed to hit all Costco, Winco, and the produce stand, and it's amazing, and I stocked the house up. And then here, got a big chunk of time for church. I had a meeting at the church to talk about our kitchen renovation, had lunch. It was really nice. Got this big chunk here that I have for friends. This is the day with all the picnic and all the stuff. And then on Sunday, I was lazy. I did a little bit of work in the morning, but most of it was spent fucking off, social media, farting around, and then with the kids. And I will be honest, I marked it as kids because a lot of it was sitting around on the couch with the kids, but I was, fucking around on my phone or reading or whatever, watching TV. It was Game of Thrones night. We watched it then too. I'm feeling fairly good about how I spent my time this last week, I think. I got to figure out a better way to do totals though, because I don't even want to fill this out. Like I'm looking at this and my whole body is like, nah, don't do it. So I'm taking that as a sign as that's not something I want to do right now. As for the week, it only took 2 pages, and I think I was cramming stuff in to try and keep it from being more than 2 pages because I didn't want to have to deal with like a half page, which I got to get over myself with and like actually just allow it to grow. But for now, that's what I did. Like you can see here, it's all, I don't like how kind of like there's like lists everywhere. I want it to kind of feel a little bit more linear as opposed to just writing wherever there's room. So that's something this week I think I'm going to work on. We did have friends over one night, which was really nice. It doesn't always happen that way because I'm usually not feeling well in the evenings. So we had some friends over for a couple hours. That was this night, and that was really great. I noted here that my kids are back. I always love getting them back. I haven't figured out a way to mark custody in this bullet journal yet. That's something that I love about the Erin Condren planners. I can mark it in washi in the monthly view. I haven't figured that out yet. I might have to use a highlighter and just highlight the days we have the kids or something on the month. When I get to August, we'll figure that out. But that's something to have on my list, I guess. And then I wrote Game of Thrones really big, which actually kind of sucked because then I wanted to fit more things in here and I couldn't. I am at page 20 now. I should write some page dates in. I want to put in a habit tracker and a time tracker again and start my Monday, but I also want to add in a couple of pages to start brain dumping all of the things that are floating around in my head. I said I was reading the Getting Things Done book, and I kind of want to have a spot to just start that. And I think I'm just going to leave 2 pages for that. I might need to go bigger later, but for now, I think these 2 pages are going to be that. And then these 2 pages will be the habit tracker and the time tracker, and here's where we'll start Monday. And if this is going to be that, then I think that I want to mark it with washi tape so that I can find it easily. I learned that trick from Rhea, who's Plan with Rhea on Instagram. She did a bullet journaling session at the plancation that I was at, and I learned that she marks pages she wants to access easily with washi tape so she can find them. So I'm going to use this rainbow washi tape I got from Simply Gilded, and I'm going to put it right here. Let's see if I'm doing this straight. It's so hard to do this on camera because, yeah, straight enough. Okay, so I'm going to give it a little, whoops, a little snippety snip. And I'm going to fold this sucker over. I get my bone, what is this thing called? Bone folder or something? Yeah. Try and just get this down so it looks nice and even. All right. This is so, you guys can't really see this, I don't think. It is so lumpy. It is lump-tastic. I was gonna do it down the side, but like I was saying before with my trying to squish things in, I don't want to cover anything up, so going on top is going to be, I'm going to be on top this time. Dirty jokes while my son is playing video games right in front of me. So then you can see it right there. I am just going to call it brain dump because that is my general term for spitting everything out of my brain on here. I'm going to try the Micron PN. I just did a video on this talking about them, and in the spirit of continuing to test them, I figured this week I'll use this. I'm actually thinking about doing like a comparison video with the PN and the Tombow twin tone markers because these tips are similar to each other, but for now, this is just the black PN, and I'm going to write in brain dump here. That's how I feel about that D. But rather than cover it up, I'm leaving it. I put a double T. I'm going to show you. Let's zoom in here. You got to see. I don't even know. I'm not even sure what the hell that is. I do like how these pens are flexible. I'm going to put the date here for the start of the week. 17? Question mark? Yes. So this is going to be like my ideas pages. I'm going to go back to the index. All right, brain dump. And I'm gonna just put here, dot, dot, dot. I probably shouldn't take up all this extra space, but, and that'll be the brain dump continued. Okay, I don't like how that looks, like at all, but whatever, this is a learning experience, right? Moving on. Okay, so it's time to get our habit tracker on, and this is, let's see here. I'm going to try doing lowercase bubble letters. I'm going to zoom you in though because I've been working zoomed out and I like to show off my writing skills. Not always thrilled with how this turns out, but I will say that lowercase bubble letters are high on my list of things that stress me out. They're not something I really enjoy doing. I always feel like I suck ass at them. Like I don't like how this looks right here, but it just takes practice, right? Well, that's where I'm going right now. And I will have to also mention that when I'm putting this thing together, oh shit, I gotta go back and look. Part of me thinks I should just use stencils for this. However, stencils and I are not friends. But on that note though, self-promotion and all, I will be doing a live plan with me this coming up Sunday, the 23rd of July. Live hot mess plan with me. For those of you who are new to my channel because of bullet journaling or whatnot, hot mess plan with me's are when I plan, and it's usually a hot mess. My live hot mess plan with me's generally involve me with a glass or 3 of Moscato and doing something that I am extremely uncomfortable with. And this time around, it just happens, it's going to happen to be stencils. And many people notice who've known me, whoops, I just put a dot in the wrong fucking place. God damn it. Many people who know me know that I struggle with stencils because my hand is not very steady and I really, really hate having a stencil get fucked up. I'd rather just if it's gonna not be perfect and even, then I might as well have just done this and like freeballed it and not done it with the stencil. But I've accumulated some stencils, either being given them as swag or having, damn it, that's not the right spot either. Shit, fire. Or having them, you know, sent to me. Or I've actually picked up some from Michael's just because I know that I got them there super cheap when they were on sale. Just so I'd have a nice variety of stencils so that I can do this Hot Mess Plan with me. My entire spread will be stencils, and I am not looking forward to it. I'm thinking that if you enjoyed the one where I did stamping, then you will probably really enjoy this one, because I anticipate this is going to be about as big of a mess. It may not be quite as sloppy. Well, it might be. That could be an easy thing to say. This right here that I'm doing is pretty fucking sloppy too. But it may be sloppy. I don't know if it'll be as sloppy as the stamping because that's with ink, but it will be at the very least entertaining. I'm hoping it'll be at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, there's the air conditioning again. 2:30 p.m. Pacific time on my YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed, you should go ahead and do that. And if you hit the little bell, you'll get notifications whenever I post a new video, and you should get the notification when I go live. I suggest you do that. Now I'm going to tell you right now that I really like the PN for having the flexible tip to give you like varying line weight. However, right now I'm getting the flexible line weight when I don't really want it. And it's kind of pissing me off. I think I need to be more cognizant of this flexible tip and my iron fist whenever I'm using it, because I think right now I am really in the land of irritation. Got one more to do. Okay. Should I add color? I haven't added any color yet, but I'm testing these PNs out, and I got a few colors. I don't have a lot of colors, but I do have a few colors that I could use. Or I could use the Tombow markers. I've got a lot of those too. You know what? I think I'm going to use the Tombows, the twin tones, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a darker color to decorate the outside and then color into the lighter color, maybe? Question mark? Okay. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. I'm not gonna lie, this looks sloppy AF, but oh well, it was worth the shots. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in the blocks with like alternating colors, like light and dark, or I might just do one or the other if I start getting confused as to which one is which and blah-de-blah, but whatever. I'm gonna fill these up with colors, and on a day that I did not accomplish my habit, I might fill it in with black, and that'll look like dark, like my attempts at life or whatever. We'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna just go and freeball this like I have in the past, because I just am not a fan of rulers. I'm just gonna kind of scribble in extra lines, because then it looks like you meant to do it like that. Though maybe not too many extra lines. I think maybe at this point I'm overdoing it. Never. Whoa, that went fucking crooked is what that did. I think that maybe I'm going to turn it around and go this way, because that was a little whack. Just a wee bit. As you can notice, for each day, there's 2 little squares per hour. It's because I track by the half hour. But I leave enough space I can put hourly totals next to each category. I'm going to put the colors in, and then I'm going to actually say what I'm doing, because last time I sped right through that, and I feel like there were some people who haven't seen enough of my time tracking to know what each category means, so I will do that in a second. But first I'm going to throw these colors on. Okay, so I counted to give each equal space to make it look nice and neat. And I'm gonna try and write small enough so that I can put an hourly total at the end of each one. And I think that's how I'll track my hours. This kind of slate blue is sleep. And notice I put that first because it is my favorite category ever. I'm gonna zoom you in, make it a little easier to see. Purple is my husband time. And it can be watching TV. It can be other things. I'm not going to talk about that. This kind of soft red is kids. Orange is friends, typically the most underutilized category. Yellow is errands, aka my life at Target. This like goldenrod is cooking, which often you don't see because it might be wrapped up in something else. Like I also eating and cooking. I'm going to put chores because it's a shorter word than housework because I need room to write the hours. It's the same thing. It's doing work around the house, laundry, etc. Pink is hygiene. Shit. I before E, except after C. I'm not going to spell this wrong like I did last time. Yes. Now this other purple here is Patreon. So the work I do with my patrons or for my patrons. This slatey kind of other, maybe I said slate before. This other bluish color is for YouTube, so specific like filming, editing, shit like that. Green is everything else related to my business, emails, social media posting, stuff for the Llamas Love Lettering group, etc. Blue, I mixed these up. I meant for that to be the church blue, but that's not the church blue, and I'm not switching them up because I'm already into this style, but that is for fucking off. That is not what you think it is. What that is for when I am farting around, watching TV, doing whatever that's not anything. It's basically anything that is not productive, that is not fucking off on social media, because that's this brown, I call it SM farting for social media farting, aka farting around on social media. So fucking off is anything where I'm doing anything that's just random except for what I should be doing. Even though, you know what? Everybody needs a little time to fuck off every once in a while. Turquoisey color is church shit. And then the gray is reading actual books. I think I may change it again sometime soon. I'm not sure. I feel like I need to make a couple adjustments, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm just back into the habit of this. Just gonna throw on some lettering for time tracking. And then as for this situation, I still gotta think about what I wanna do there. Done this before. I'm going to use this section. We're going to write 1/2 hour just as a thought, and then I'm going to just put notes. Keep making mention of like what these big chunks of time were, but without mentioning it, when I look back, how am I supposed to know? So I'll use that as a place to mark periods of time that were bigger or whatever. For now, I've done that before and it worked out okay, so that's what I'm going to do here. Now finally, the last couple things, I'm going to put a Harry Potter quote here, and I'm going to get Monday all set up. This video is 800 years long. I don't know if you like this length of videos for bullet journaling, please let me know in the comments, because this is new to me and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Looks like Monday's going to be a busy day. And I need to check and see also off my master task list if there's anything I need to move over. So that is my bullet journal for the week. I will let you guys know next week how everything's going. Thank you for the encouragement on my last video. It really helped. Let me know if there's anything new you're adding to your bullet journal, because I'm getting to a point where I feel like I want to add a little bit more, but slowly. So let me know the things that you have found the most helpful in your bullet journals. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.